Alright, welcome back to the SuperCoach Enough channel. In this video we're going to review round 21 of the 2024 NRL season. What was a good week, a big week. As you can see, 14.31 for me, which was still only good enough for 11k in the round. And also 4 out of 6 league wins, so there was a couple of head-to-heads where I was outpointed. But some more green arrows now snuck into the top 7k, so easily our best rank for the season, and into the top 4% overall. And as you can tell, probably from the voice, there's a little bit of a man flu going on, so I'll try to speed through this a bit. Looking at the scores, Harry Grant with a 58, that's solid enough. Reed Marnie was a little bit flat with a 39, but I guess, not a lot of defence going on in the middle there for the Dogs. There was a lot of points being scored around the edges. Payne Haas with an 80, Fennell Blake with a 95, so great returns from my front row assets. Excuse me, I'll do my best to get on the mute when the cough comes up, but I'm not going to promise anything. Had Fino on the bench for the 50, so that would have, helped maybe a few more points here and there. But in our second row for Feeder with an 88. I only watched the first half, and then I saw he got an 88, and I couldn't believe how he got there. But well done, Big Dave. That's why we got you in the team. Ellie Cattell with a 90, also a great return. And then, Crichton, Nickera, Curran, and even Porter all around the 40 to 50 mark. So, 4 out of the 5 sort of hitting in the forwards. Just another front or another second row would have done the business. I think, the difference this week was those that Captain Cleary and those that didn't. 175, absolutely massive. 3 tries, probably about 3 try assists. I don't remember all the numbers, just the 3 tries, and just glad I had him as captain. But it looks like anyone who scored well this week did. A couple did have Tedesco as captain. I also had him, but we'll touch on him in a second. Matt Burton with a 52. On a team that scored 40 points, you would have expected Birdo to get a bit more, but we'll take what we can get. Dylan Brown with a 69, so good return there. And Jai Gray continuing to do the business with a 53. The centre wing, so Zach Lomax with a 70 in a well-beaten team is decent. Jacob Kraz with 120. So yeah, I think he's still super sort of pod territory as well for centre wing, but definitely happy to keep him for the rest of the year. Reuben Garrick, unfortunately, another HIA. Probably somewhat fortunate to have the bye this week, so he might not actually miss any games that he was going to play anyway. Regardless of the head knock, we would have had to cover him this week. Jermaine Osako with a 43. I was hoping for a bit more from him, but wasn't to be. And then the bench, we had Kale Ero with 84. So obviously, we play him over Garrick. That's another 70 points. Would have been nice. Blaze Talangi with a 29. And McLean with a 54. I believe he got a try, which helped. So he's made a little bit of cash and, can be used in case of emergency. And our fullback, so Tommy Turbo, I know if, we sort of talked about maybe not trading him in because of the tough matchup and then the bye. And it pretty much proved to be the case. So 45, and then obviously not available this week. But if you've got him, he's a hold. James Tedesco, obviously with a 126 as well, was another great have in the team. So, having the 2 big guns, Jacob Carraz as a pod, and the front rowers and the gun second rowers doing the business. So we'll have a look at the game days, and we'll also look at the league ladders, because we've got one more week before the head-to-head finals. So you can see in the first league, unfortunately got beaten by an absolute monster score from Pole in my Haas. with a 15.44. So if we have a look at their team, so I had Fanil Blake as well, Api Coruscant, so 50 points on Reid Marnie at hooker, which is a bit flat. Also had Curran, who I didn't play. Val Holmes turned up, so you compare him to a Ruben Garrick, although he had Garrick as well. Compare him to a Jermaine Osako, again that's another 50 points. Played Kale Iro, so that was a few points even on Zach Lomax. Had DCE who outpointed Burton, so I'm not actually sure how I even got that close to him because I guess I had Carraz, which covered Campbell, Payne Haas with an 80. So yeah, just great scores all the way through. Obviously, captain Cleary as well, and I'm pretty sure that was the highest score for the league. Going through, there was a 1501 from Dixon Cider. So we'll have a quick look at the other 1500. Obviously, Cleary captain was the key. So Timmy's caddy with a 1471 got beaten, so that's stiff there, Chris. But sitting second, you should be okay. But yeah, had Fanil Blake, Pappenhausen with a 94, had Carraz, had Tedesco, captain Cleary. So well done. Had Holmes and Katoa and Fafita. So fantastic. Back to the matchups. The second one, comfortable win over Brett's team, Hunter's Hillbilly. So VC Tedesco, which, if you had Tedesco, you probably would have. But obviously then Cleary just outpointing him by 50 points. So that would have been an extra 50. But just looking through, like, Talangi was a bit flat, Talakai, but had Paffenhausen, which was good. Tom Young with 64, that's par. Cody Walker with 78, decent return. But, yeah, just Captain Cleary got me there. So Team Rob with a 1478, any 1500s here, 1494 for Katrina's window shoppers. So Fanua Blake, DWZ with a 70, Katoa, Haas, Tedesco, Cody Walker, Kiraz, Captain Cleary. So all the bits there for a great score. And the third league, a comfortable win over Brooklynites. So Captain Harry Grant, which, that cost a bit. Did have Cleary though, which is good. Did have Tedesco as well. So Hudson Young with 104, so that's a pretty nice return. Max Plath 75. I did hear he was pretty good. Like I said, I only saw the first half of the game. But no regrets with trading him out. Barnett with a 60 this week. 1 second. Oh, excuse me. But what do we got? 1472 for Keggers. That would be the top score. So well done, Keith, with Fanua Blake and Coruscant in the first game. Katoa, Val Holmes, Scott Drinkwater with an 89. I think he got downgraded a bit. I thought he was about 100 from memory. But Captain Cleary was, again, key to that. Having Tedesco, Fafita, Kale Iro. So some good stuff there. So in terms of the leagues, if we have a look. So in the first league, Reese way out in front, locked up the minor premiership. Timmy's caddy, so Chris, even though Stiff lost this week, locked into the top four. And Shoab and Justin in the box seat there for the second chance next week. And then a bit of a logjam on 10 and 8, including myself. So only a few points difference between me and Milkmangs. Serena Sinners, pretty comfortable with the for and against. And Lane's Train probably just needs a bit of luck ahead to force his way in. And then I guess Trinity All-Stars, Super Troopers, an outside chance, but relying on other results. So if we have a bit of a look at those fixtures, see how good my memory is. Actually, I don't need it because it's there. So Super Troopers and Trinity All Stars play each other, so that's a knockout game with a chance of making the 8. Lane's Train's got a tough matchup against the Guns N' Roses. Milkmang's playing Timmy's Caddy, so that's a tough matchup too. So I'm playing Serena Sinners, so probably need to win that one for myself. Not projected to do so well at the moment, but might be because I have Tommy Turbo and Ruben Garrick in my team still. So yeah, there'll be interesting ones. A couple of interesting matchups that'll sort of have some bearing on the top 8. In the second league, so I think with the points difference, Rob has locked up the minor prim there, and the top 4 is locked in with Katrina, Matt, and David. And then the bottom 8 again, I feature alongside the Klook Stars are in, but then Oh What a Night, the Shermanators, and then a few teams on 2 points back. So the Eagle Hawks in particular, have a nice for and against, big ads as well. And Shane's definitely, playing for luck this weekend. But we'll have again look at the key fixtures. Probably do this in the preview to be fair, but we'll just quickly go through it now. So I'm playing fully sick. So 16th looks good on paper, but anything can happen this week. Shane playing short dropout's going to be a tricky one. The Shermanators and Window Shoppers, so 2 top 8 teams there. And Oh What a Night and Eagle Hawks. I guess, I think James wins that one, probably overtake Stephen's team. So that could be very interesting this week. And then in the third league, so it looks like Shake and Bake's got the advantage, but Goodbye's still a chance of the minor prem. Actually, a chance of the top 4 in this one. I need to get past Keggers on for and against, but given how well Keith went this week, it's not going to be easy. I think maybe with my head-to-head or points differential in this one, I'm pretty safe, even if I do drop out this week. Given I've got 1,400 points on Brooklynites. So I think even down to 10th, Troy is a chance with a couple of results going his way. Excuse me. So again, a couple of top teams against the lower teams. Shake and Bake against Failing Big, so nice top 4 battle there. Getting ready for finals. Oh, that's this week, sorry. I can't work technology. So Caster Sea Eagles against the Phoenix, so that's, it could be like a knockout type situation. Failing Big in Keggers, looking for a top 4 spot. So maybe if I can get the better of Atlantis this week, I might be able to sneak up into the top 4 with one of them hopefully dropping points. Nice. So that's I guess the key matchups this weekend. But we might even do a bit more of a preview on Thursday. I believe there's a night game this week. And mainly that's because there's not going to be too much change in the way of trades. I've only got 4 left, and I guess still in the hunt in all SuperCoach Nuff leagues, but also I do have a cash league that I'm invested in, and a good chance of the top 8 there. Sort of similar to the Nuff leagues in the bottom half of the 8, but I'll try to keep me powder dry for those knockout games in the coming weeks. So I guess obviously Tedesco's got to come in for Drojovic. Garrick, what are the matchups? Sharks against Souths at points bet. Yeah, probably get on Hero. The Warriors against Para, maybe Tongi. Blue bet. Oh, McLean could even be a chance against the Knights. Might even just go the reserve on there. Excuse me, I think that'll be about the last cough for the video. And then it's just a toss-up between Curran and Marnie. Playing at Belmore. Yeah, so probably that'll be the last reserve. Will be between one of those two. Just yeah, the 39 this week has scared me a bit off. Marnie. Curran has that really good role. Can't find his way over the try line. So could be something like that. But in terms of the vice captain conversation, I don't have any Tigers or Cowboys players. So could well be just again Fanua Blake into Cleary. When's Tedesco play? Friday night, HBF Park. No idea where that is. Might have to do some research. But maybe Tedesco against the Dolphins. And then, yeah, probably that's the sensible one. But we'll lock all that in on Thursday, as I said. So, yeah, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, please feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the SuperCoach content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.